Thanks for tuning into the Ontario. I'm gonna do that again. That's why I pre-record. Another reason. Uh, Thanks for tuning into the Ontario ReShard show today. We have a very special guest. This is definitely an honor that she's with us today. Just to kind of give you some of her background, she's contributed her engineering talents to award-winning gospel projects and worked alongside some gospel greats. My guest continues to craft music that uplifts, restores, and resonates across generations. That's very important because you just don't want to be stuck with just young generation or just the old. So you want to be able to reach everybody with your music. Her journey is a testament that when faith meets artistry, sound becomes ministry. I like that, y'all. I really like that. So if she hasn't already, she's gonna have to put that on a t-shirt. So, but they're here to talk about her single "Amen" and more. We have the one, the only Lady Audri. How you doing,
Thank
Lady
you.
Audri?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. It's definitely an honor to have you on. I know, like I said, you could have been doing something else, but you're here with us today, so we definitely appreciate you sharing your time.
I'm honored to be had.
Yes. Just to break the ice, this is the first time you've been on the show. So who's
Mhm.
Lady Audrey away from the music?
I mean, honestly, it's hard to say because music runs on both sides of my family. So
Hmm.
that's pretty much all I know is music. But outside of that, I would say church. But they still kind of go hand in hand. Other than that, I like sports. Like I like basketball, stuff like
Okay.
that. But most of the time, I'm just into doing the music and stuff.
Mhm. And then, of course, the NBA season just started. So I gotta ask: one, did you play sports growing up? And two, do you have a favorite team or a favorite player?
um, I I play sports more so like with my friends rather
Hmm.
than an actual team.
Hmm.
So I'm not that into sports. But I'll say when I was younger, the Lakers were my favorite team. So yeah.
See, I'm a Warrior, Golden State
Yeah.
Warrior fan. This is before they got Curry and all this. I was back when they had
Yeah.
Tim Hardaway, and we went through those bad seasons. And I'm also a Miami Heat fan. So the Lakers, I don't know about the Lakers, but
Ah,
I'll give you a pass today. I'll give you a pass today. Um, but to continue the conversation, what inspired you to get into music? I know you mentioned you got family members that do music, but was it a certain person or a certain sound that you heard? I was like, yeah, I want to do that too, because the industry can be crazy, it can be up
yeah.
today, down tomorrow, somewhere in the middle. So like,
Yeah.
what inspired you to get into this crazy industry?
Oh my goodness. I'm the type of person that doesn't like to leave details out. So I'll try
Hmm.
to make it short.
No, take your time. That's the same thing.
um
Just take your time, sister.
I'll say when I was 5, well,
Hmm.
of course, my he's a pastor now, but he's been a minister my entire life. So he's a drummer, he's a musician himself. He and some of his brothers and uncles, they started this group called Decisions, and his sisters and some of their cousins started this group called Saved by Grace. So seeing their faces on the CD cover is what I believe planted that seed because I'm like, yo, I only see like famous people on CD covers. So, but even before then, I have cousins who do music, and it was a cousin. He was rapping at my grandmother's house, and he was like, "Come on, spit something." So, I was trying to rap and all of that type of stuff. So, eventually, when I turned 11, I started recording music, what they would call engineering. I didn't even know that's what it was called. I just knew that I wanted my music to sound like what I was hearing growing up. So I've heard, I've been inspired by all types of music, gospel, R&B, rap, country music. So, and I was in band on top of that. So I played trumpet
Okay,
throughout
okay,
middle school and high school, and I
nice.
played I played a few years in college, so I know how to
Mm-hmm.
read music.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I started taking music a little more serious while I was in college. Initially, I was a nursing major. My mom's a nurse. Her sisters are nurses. So, you know, but I prayed about it. I had been
Mm-hmm.
in nursing for 3 years at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, God, I don't want to, you know, I have a heart for people.
Yeah.
So it's like, I want to help people, but it's like, I feel like with all of these gifts that I have, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like it would be a slap in his face for me not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I pretty much got confirmation. I left the school I was at. Well, I had already left the university I attended and went to a junior college. So
Mm-hmm.
I left that college and went to another junior college
Mm-hmm.
to get my grades back up. And I
Mm-hmm.
went back to my school, Delta State,
Okay.
and I got into this program called the Delta Music Institute, where
Mm-hmm.
they pretty much teach you recording, they
Mm-hmm.
teach you about the music business and
Mm-hmm.
all of that. And within a semester of me being back on campus, they signed me as their artist. So I'm like, okay.
That's the move.
So after that, like a year after they put out my first project,
Mm-hmm.
I tried out for this group called the All Stars. So it's a group of students, and they
Mm-hmm.
flew us out to Los Angeles, and I
Mm-hmm.
had the opportunity to perform on top of the Grammy Museum.
Mm-hmm.
So
Dope. That's
this
dope.
consistently being exposed,
Mm-hmm.
to different things. Um, I had to do an internship at a studio, so I interned at Royal Studios,
Mm-hmm.
which is Boo Mitchell in Memphis,
Yep.
Tennessee.
Yep.
And
Legendary place. Al Green.
yeah,
Everybody been through there. Yep.
yeah, I love them. They're like family to me.
Mm-hmm.
So just to go a little further,
Mm-hmm.
I graduated college and I moved to Memphis for like a
Mm-hmm.
year, and I was
Mm-hmm.
teaching at the schools, but I was
Mm-hmm.
also performing a lot, like on the weekends or during nighttime. I would perform. Sometimes I would go to Atlanta and perform.
Mm-hmm.
So I try not to speak on it too much, but I had gotten to a place to where I was like, I don't want to do gospel anymore.
It's okay, you know. Things
um,
happen.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had a few run-ins, not the artists that are more established, more so
Mm-hmm.
people who are coming up and
Mm-hmm.
had a few run-ins with big time gospel artists. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was a male artist, and he
Mm-hmm.
was, long story short, he was intimidated by my performance. Where
Wow.
initially we were talking,
Mm-hmm.
and he put me on
Thought
his
they fine.
Instagram, and I saw people like Diedrich Hatton on the
Mm-hmm.
live. What's the other guy's name? Ken Jones was on the
Mm-hmm.
live, and I wasn't really social media savvy at the time,
Mm-hmm.
so I really didn't know how to introduce myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, but after the performance, he never talked to me again, and it
Wow.
kind of hurt my feelings. I'm like, what did I do? Like, and
That's
then he
crazy.
performed,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, man, it's like I know why now.
Mm-hmm.
um, which I grew up in church, so it's
Mm-hmm.
like you may have a kid, that gets up and they have to say their Easter speech, or if they have to sing a solo and they don't do good, you don't discourage them. You say, just keep going, baby, you got it. But that was kind of the situation. It was like, okay, no, I don't want to do this anymore. But um, I actually went back to my university and I was employed by them. So for 1 year, I was administrative assistant. And then the next year I became the studio manager. And that's when I met Sir the Baptist through
Dope
a
artist,
family
producer. Yep.
member.
Mm-hmm.
So initially he was like, yo, I want to use, one of your songs, but it has to be gospel. And I'm like, nah. So a year later, I took the leap of faith and I just felt this urge, like this is the time to go. Like this is the time
Mm-hmm.
to, you know, completely believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I started working with Temple. And
Mm-hmm.
that's when we won a Grammy with Tennessee State University.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had I just got my second nomination with Yolanda
Mm-hmm.
Adams for Church
Mm-hmm.
Doors, and we
Yep.
got a certificate for it.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 years. I can't skip over a lot of that. I've had the opportunity to work with multiple artists,
Mm-hmm.
like Anthony Hamilton,
Yep.
Bootsy
Yep.
Collins, Donna Lawrence,
Mm-hmm.
ReShard, just
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people. I had a chance to work on the McDonald's tour that they do every
Mm-hmm.
year for
Yeah.
gospel. So I got to meet a lot of people.
Yes, indeed.
So now I'll say, just fast forwarding. Now, I'm focusing more on putting music out.
Mm-hmm.
I've played the background for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of it's one thing to be taught something in school,
Mm-hmm.
but it's different seeing it play out
Yes.
in
Mm-hmm.
in the business. So with Sir being my mentor, I learned a lot, under his
Mm-hmm.
leadership. So
Mm-hmm.
now I'm in the phase of just executing for myself. So
Indeed.
that's pretty much where I am now. So
Yeah, man. And then I gotta ask, you threw out some heavy hitters right there.
yeah.
So was I had to ask this question, like, um, I guess when you met some of those people, were you quote unquote starstruck, or was it just like, oh, that's just what's name, just a regular person? How did you feel
Um,
meeting some of those people?
I wouldn't say I looked at them like, oh, that's just a, just anybody, like a human. But
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't starstruck.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not my first time being
Mm-hmm.
around what
Mm-hmm.
people would consider celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
My cousins, Ashley and
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea Barnes, they're my first cousins.
Mm-hmm.
They've been on Sunday Best. They've
Yes,
been
yeah.
on Jamal Bryant. So I
Mm-hmm.
was kind of already exposed to some
Mm-hmm.
of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also look at the fact of they're not just human. They have worked very hard to be where
Yes,
they are.
indeed.
So I know I didn't like how it felt. I would be in some of the videos with my cousins singing that
Mm-hmm.
would go
Mm-hmm.
viral, and
Mm-hmm.
people would be like, "Oh my God, you're Ash and Chelsea Barnes' cousin!" Like, "Oh my God, can I take a picture?" And I didn't like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I try to have respect for people who,
Mm-hmm.
because they're actually working. They don't want
Yeah,
to
yeah.
feel like, "Oh, I'm superior to you."
Mm-hmm.
Um, like when I won the Grammy, I got that a lot from my hometown. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, it's like you never liked me in school.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Yeah,
now I
the
knew you
fake
was
love.
gonna make it. And so I don't like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I just try to have respect for people.
Mm-hmm.
I do count it as a blessing to be
You
able
do.
to, meet those people and work with them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much how I, treated the situation.
And, and then how would you, of course, different people trying to put labels on things, but how would you personally describe the Lady Audri sound?
Oof. I like to say I'm a conceptual artist,
Mm-hmm.
but as of right now, I would say um it's soul, like gospel soul,
Mm-hmm.
like R and
That's,
B,
yeah.
something, because well, I mean, I grew up very churchy,
Mm-hmm.
so but there's a side of me that
Mm-hmm.
like the very opposite. I
Mm-hmm.
probably shouldn't say this, but
Yep, this a safe place. It should be fine.
yeah, yeah. Um, Yeah, I like rap music.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at it like you have to learn to speak people's language in order for them to understand, what
Mm-hmm.
God is saying. Everybody's not going to church.
Mm-hmm.
So even before I started working with Temple, I would perform in clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Like these aren't gospel clubs. And I would stick out like a sore thumb. But
Mm-hmm.
I would see the opportunity, or not the opportunity, I would see the results of being that way. Like you, I would witness seeing the room shift when I
Mm-hmm.
perform.
Mm-hmm.
I would always pray that they would see God and not me.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I would perform, I would talk about what they're the very opposite of what they're talking about, but not in a
Mm-hmm.
way where they feel like, oh man, she might be judging me. It was more so from a place of understanding and
Mm-hmm.
knowing that, God will meet you where you are. You just got to give it to him. So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much how I look at it. It's like bridging the gap. Like,
Indeed.
yeah.
And then, as you was talking, I thought about some things you were saying, like how you grew up churchy. I grew up church as well. My
Yeah.
grandfather, he was the head deacon, so a lot of the, and then of course outside of he was known for like a lot of community work as well. So of course, every time one of us go out, whether it's the kids or the grandkids, we all, oh, you're Sammy's son or whatever the relation may be, and like I said, we grew up churchy. Like I could listen to like a lot of Kurt Franklin stuff. I used to sneak
Yeah.
it and listen to the Ice Cubes and the Snoops. So like when they had the verses the other night, of course
Yeah.
now I know some of those people. I was like, yeah, I had to go back to my childhood moments, because like I can listen to all these different things, now and really be true fans without having to sneak and listen to it. But
Yeah.
um I know you mentioned, your PK as well.
Mhm.
Um, so was it like pressure being a PK growing up, or was it just like your
Um,
family they didn't put none of the pressure, they just kind of let you do you?
I feel like there was some pressure from
Mm-hmm.
both ends, from
Mm-hmm.
family and from people in the world. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to sound too deep by saying people in the world,
It's all good.
but
It's all good.
you know, my family is in ministry on both sides. So I wouldn't say that they particularly put the pressure on me, like you're gonna be a missionary or nothing like that. But I know there are certain things expected of me. And at school they would say, "Oh, they go to sanctified kids." So like at one point, all I wore every day was skirts until I was 11.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Yeah,
was
that's the 3-piece suits going to
yeah.
school.
It's
I
like I
hated
would wear a
that.
long blue jean skirt. I'm from Mississippi,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
just imagine it's even in the Bible Belt. It's more strict.
yeah,
Like
yeah, for sure.
you can't wear pants or you going
Mm.
to hell.
Yes.
but
Yep. Yep.
but I've seen the church evolve in ways
Mm-hmm.
that it needed. So my
Mm-hmm.
parents, they're not like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but there was definitely some pressure.
Yeah, I used to be nervous to go anywhere, do anything, and of course, as I got older, it didn't bother me as much. But
Yeah.
in a sense, it kind of looking back on it now, it kept me out of a lot of trouble. If that makes sense. At that time, I hated it, but
Yeah.
like, why can't I go here? Everybody else going, you know what I mean? So I get it now. But moving along, of course, you have the new single called "Amen." Like, what inspired that particular song?
Oof. I was going through I actually wrote this song about 2 years ago.
Hmm.
I was going through a lot. Um, yeah, it was heavy. But at the time I was learning to lean on God despite everything that was going on. So yeah, I mean pretty much it was just a tough time. So one thing that I would say that got me into music was being able to express myself. So Amen was pretty much just an expression of, me giving God, honor and glory despite everything that's happening. Like appreciating him for, making ways. Like I'm like, there were times I didn't have a job. I'm just going by faith, and the company, well, Temple was taking care of everything. So I'm like, man, I don't have the money like I would like, and I found myself complaining. It's like I can't do anything if I don't have money, and it's like there was a conviction that came over me, and it's like God was saying, but that's not true. You've been all over the United States without a job.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I've been providing for you. Like you can't sit here and complain. So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much the place I was coming from when I wrote Amen.
Of course, here, since we added to the station, we've been getting like a lot of plays has been getting requested pretty much daily. I was like,
Mhm.
so I was like, yeah, we definitely got to get you on. People been loving it. I felt it was only right. But now we're about to shift gears a little bit. I'm from Florida, so we call it getting into the Kool-Aid. But of
Okay.
course, I'm not sure what they call it in Memphis, in Tennessee or Mississippi. But
Mississippi,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Of course, if it's a question that you don't want to answer, just say pass. Okay.
Okay.
So the first one, um, this might get you in a little trouble. I don't know. Who has better food, Mississippi or Tennessee?
Mississippi hands down.
Okay, that's how I
Tennessee
see.
has good food. They have really good food, but
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi is it. Is
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right, since you said Mississippi, for someone that's never been through there, no parts of the states at all, like what is some of your favorite places that you would recommend?
Um it would be like some um like High on the Hog here in my
Mm-hmm.
hometown. High on the
Mm-hmm.
Hog would be one. Um what's another spot? Can't think of any off the top of my head.
So
Cause
definitely Hell in the Hall.
yeah, High on the Hog, they have fish,
Mm-hmm.
hamburgers,
Mm-hmm.
all type of stuff. Um Oh, I like salad, etc.
Okay,
They
okay.
have some really good salads. Like
Mm-hmm.
I always get the crab salad.
Oh, nice.
They're
I'm
pretty
about to try that
good.
out.
Yeah.
And then for what's the number one soul food place there?
Soul food. Ooh. See, I've been on my healthy journey.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want you to.
But
I
I
don't want
mean,
you to.
I don't know how, but that really wouldn't be considered a soul food place.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell.
Okay, okay. It's okay, okay. Um, we did have some people sending some fan questions for you.
hmm
So the first one is, where do you get your fashion sense from?
My what?
Your fashion sense?
Uh, well, actually, my friend has been helping me with that. Vic
Hmm.
Lucas.
Okay.
He told me a year ago, it's like Audrey, you should just start wearing dresses. Like,
Hmm.
um, yeah, pretty much. My friend Vic Lucas from Nigeria has been helping me with that. So,
And for the people that don't know who Vic Lucas is, he's another incredible artist too. So go check out his stuff as well. Um, so the next we have for you is, who has been the most impactful person to help in your life that helped shape who you are today?
my parents.
Okay.
I would say my parents.
Hmm.
I'm trying not to play favorites because
Yeah, you want to get you in trouble. Oh, so you couldn't save me?
I mean,
Yeah.
both of them for sure.
Hmm.
Musically though, I would say my dad.
Hmm.
Um, initially, they were like, you don't need to do music, you need to do something that would sustain you more financially. And I told my dad, I was like, but this is what God told me to do. And my dad was like, you know what? if you say that's what God told you to do, we support you 100%. And they've been doing that ever since. And that was 2014. So, mind you,
It's
they've
amazing.
been seeing me record since I
Mm-hmm.
was 11. So
Mm-hmm.
they pretty much saw what I was going for. I just didn't believe it or know it at the time. So, yeah.
Amen, amen. And of course, the next one I have for you is I want you to really think back over your life and share one of the moments that, if you don't mind, of course, share one of the
Mhm.
moments that you really had to lean on God to really push through a situation.
Mhm. Oof, that's a lot of moments. um, okay. There was a time, I won't go into too many details, but there was a time after I left Delta State
Mm-hmm.
and I started working with Temple.
Mm-hmm.
There was a certain situation I was in, and I didn't know if I was going to stay with the company at the time or if I was just going to have to go get a regular job. Um, yeah, I don't, because I had just quit my job. So I'm like, Lord, I know you're not gonna let me go out like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just quit my job. I had insurance. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this is the perfect job. I'm working
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
university Monday through Friday, and I get to
Mm-hmm.
work in the studio all day. It's like
Nice. That's
I
the best
left
part.
that, and I kind of felt like I was just in the space floating, not knowing which way I was gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, you know, I was able to move forward with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's yeah, that's when I really had to lean on God.
Uh, Definitely appreciate you sharing that testament there. Of course, like when you go do your events, like what is that one song everybody wants to hear from Lady Audri?
Well, Amen is actually the very first song I put out under Lady
Mm-hmm.
Audri.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Previous, I would say, and this song isn't online anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But the song is called "Take Care." I would perform it at churches and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They they love "Take Care" or "Church Girl Anthem" or
Mm-hmm.
"Daddy's Little Girl." Those are still out. I
Yes.
wouldn't. Maybe it's because I've grown a
Mm-hmm.
lot since we put that out. That's
Mm-hmm.
still out under Audrey, but that's
Mm-hmm.
under Delta State's record label.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally don't like it.
I got you. I
Because
got
it's
you.
like it's my old music. But
Mm-hmm.
if they want, they can go listen to it. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And then, how do you feel like you've grown as an artist and engineer?
Oh my goodness. Tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
I always find myself in places where I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And months will go by, and then when I start again, it's like there's no way I wrote that, or how it sounds is crazy. So I say tremendously. Um, but when I think about it, I think about when I was a teenager, I would watch interviews of artists and how they talked about, I've been doing this for 20 years. The world is just now catching on. And so I'm like, man, when I think about it, I've been recording music since I was 11. I'm
Mm-hmm.
31 now.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm pretty much in their shoes. It's like I've
Mm-hmm.
been doing music for 20 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm supposed to sound this good. This shouldn't be a shock to me, but
No,
I always believe that there's room for growth. So,
indeed.
just being hungry for it, being a willing learner is what keeps me going.
And then, of course, you already had collaboration with some big name artists,
Mhm.
already, from Sir the Baptist and Yolanda Adams, and so many more. Like, is there still another dream collab that you really would love to see happen?
Uh,
And it could be with any artist from any genre,
ooh, um,
or any other songwriters or producers.
a dream collaboration. That's a hard one.
Okay.
Could I name a few?
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah, for sure.
Um, I know he doesn't do gospel, but
Mhm.
I would say Chris Brown.
Okay.
um, who else?
You might can get a gospel song out of my. Pretty much all the R&B cats pretty much came out the church anyway. So
Yeah, they have. Um, who else? I feel horrible. I shouldn't.
it's okay.
um,
Take your time, sister. That's a saying, church. Take
who
your
else?
time.
Who else? And I guess because I'm in a weird, not a weird space. I'm in a different space now than I was when I was
Hmm.
younger. So
Hmm.
I kind of feel like nobody's unreachable.
Hmm.
Um, but I know at the same time I would have to work my butt off to get to those who I love to collab with.
Hmm.
Um, Kiara Shear, for sure.
Hmm. That'd
I
be
love
dope.
to, even though I engineered her, but
Hmm.
as far as like putting a song out, Kiara Shear would definitely be one of my top
Hmm.
ones. um,
That's what's up. That'd be
yeah,
dope too. And then, of course, who are your top five artists of all time?
of all time,
Hmm.
um, Michael Jackson,
Okay,
um,
legend.
oh man, Aretha Franklin.
Uh-huh. Icon. Yep.
I like the Temptations.
Hmm.
Two more. Who else? It shouldn't be this hard.
Actually, it kind of can be because there's so many legends
Yeah,
that came across. So take
there
your
are
time.
so many.
Yeah, got two
Um,
more.
two more. I need to pick someone gospel.
You don't
Um,
have to.
I'm look,
It's no pressure. No pressure.
I'm looking at her face. I should know. I should know her name. She was a gospel singer. When gospel wasn't as popular at first.
Mahalia
Uh,
Jackson.
Mahalia Jackson.
Yeah.
Um, who else? I got one more. The Clark sisters.
Hmm. Icons. Yep.
Those would be my top five.
So that's a pretty solid list. And listening to your list, uh, I think it might be safe to say you have an old soul.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you survived our quote unquote hard questions and Kool-Aid questions. So, virtual
Yeah.
high five to you on that. And but before we let you go today, what else is next for Lady Audri?
So I'm actually dropping another single next month called God Sent.
Hmm.
And then I'll be dropping an EP called Becoming a Lady.
Hmm.
And after that, I'm going to drop an album called Lady Audri. So that's
Okay.
that's what I'm working on next. So, well, I've already
Awesome.
been working
Awesome.
on it, but yeah.
It's gonna be released. Okay. And then also too, like for the people that's not following you on social media just yet, for the few small people, um, how can they follow you on social media? One, two, how can promoters book you for events? And three, how can the listeners sow a seed into your ministry?
Um, I usually don't get asked those questions. But okay, the first question was okay, social media, right?
Social media, yeah. Hmm.
You can follow me on Instagram at Lady Audri. On TikTok, I believe it's the Lady Audri. The second question,
How can the
booking.
promoters book? Yeah, booking. Yep.
You can just email me at audreyjohnson1 at gmail.com. which is actually about to change because I'm working on the website. But third, you can just cash out me if you want.
What's the hash? What's the dollars?
It's
The cash
Audri
out tag?
Music,
Okay.
Audri Music, AUDRI Music. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and then guys, definitely support this young lady. She's doing some amazing things. You know, she's putting out consistently putting out great content, great, you know, it's mixed right, it's mastered right, you're getting good product. Because you know, sometimes artists they don't care about the mixed master, they just care about the singing and the rapping. But she takes her stuff very seriously. She's had great mentors and it's helped her along the way. Of course, promoters, Booker. She's gonna give you a good, you know, event. You know, she's gonna come with the energy and she's gonna
Yeah.
shift some things up in the building. And of course, you know, if you want to sow a seed, you know, you sow it into good ground. Production costs, even if you're doing it by yourself, you got a Wi-Fi bill. You gotta pay for the sprays to clean off the equipment and all these different things. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta pay for collaborations and musicians and background singers. So
Yeah.
definitely sow a seed into a good sister here. But before we go, can you introduce Amen to the people?
Amen is really it's a song for the people, you know,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what you're going through. Just always
Mm-hmm.
say amen, give it to God and enjoy it. You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora. It's on all
Mm-hmm.
streaming platforms. So
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Coming up right about now on the ReShard Show, we have Lady Audri. Amen. This thing is smoking, y'all. Trust me. For the ones that's been requesting it, keep requesting it, and then of course we're gonna keep playing it to the file just don't work no more. Then we'll just probably just have to go download another one from Amazon. But coming up right now, we have Lady Audri's Amen right here on the ReShard Show. Keep it locked.